So after this, we mentioned before that there was the right hand line and then the left hand line. So now there's a third line, and that's the middle line. So after this, there goes out from this knot, this tie of a knot. So this third knot, this third tie, this kesher, it's called a kesher. So there goes out this third middle line, and that's the soul of Dat. Dat is knowing, but it's the Dat of Chachma, the knowing of wisdom. So one spark comes out of here, out of this knot, out of this tie, and he summarizes and explains that it's obviously understood that 3 sparks come out. And what are these 3 sparks? The secret of Dati, which is Dat, Tiferet, Yesod, which are the 3 middle sphirot. Dat is knowing, Tiferet is compassion and beauty, and Yesod is foundation. So those are the 3 middle sphirot, and these are the 3 sparks. And they are resting and supporting below the middle line of the Yud. So we have the letter Yud, the 10th letter, small little Yud, and it has 3 sides, 3 lines. So this is the middle one, the middle line, and it supports underneath that. And from this kesher, this tying knot, so it connects to the secret of Chol. Chol means mundane, or it means anything that's just like the day-to-day life. Like we have the holy days, we have Shabbos, right? And then we have the rest of the days, our work days. So that's Chol, right? And in the strength of this attribute of the candle, like this lamp, this candle that's shining, like we talked about before. What do we want to say here? That from the backside, the acharit of the Yesod, there's the front, and then there's the back, behind. So we have Yesod, we have the foundation, and the backside of it, from there is what comes out, this third knot, which is this middle third knot. And so these days of mundane days, these Chol days, these days which are not holidays or Shabbos days, so they have to receive their life from somewhere. Where do they receive their life from? They receive their life from the backside of the Yesod, and this is from this third knot that we're talking about, and these days receive all their energy and life from that. And that's the secret of, it says, V'ata machaya et kulam. That means you, God, V'ata, you give life to all of them. It means the whole world. It means everything in the world needs life. And the holy days, the Shabbos, receives life from a higher place. And the rest of the world has to receive life also, has to, in order to exist. And so it receives it from this place, from as we described, from the back side of the Yisod. So right now I'm coming back from Uman. I'm coming back from Uman, and I'm actually in the airport. No other place other than Greece, and that's actually the Greeks had a very good grasp on secular knowledge, which is talking about, like what we were talking about, the chol, the mundane, right? There's a lot of life, there's a lot of living, there's a lot of knowledge that this world needs in order to exist. And the Greeks were actually supplying a lot of that. They weren't very good at supplying, the holy knowledge, and that's really what we were doing. And we're teaching that also back in the time of the Greeks. But their knowledge of, so we're talking about many years ago, thousands of years ago, the knowledge of what we called here the chol, the mundane, the 6 days of the week. This is what they were very strong on teaching and giving forth. And so we're here now. I'm on my way back from the Ukraine, trying to get back before Shabbos. And we're here in Greece. And we're talking about where the Greeks received their energy and life force from. Was exactly right here. Was from this the secret of that you give life to everybody, to the days of the Yemei HaChol and the Klipot. That means the days that are mundane and not, just regular work days, not holy. And also the Klipot. Klipot are the husks, like the shell. Like if you have a almond, right, has a shell around it. A peanut has a shell around it. Those are the shells. And it's not necessarily, klipa is not necessarily completely bad. It's not necessarily bad. That means, like for example, a fruit. It needs a shell in order to protect it. And when it grows as one piece. The shell and the fruit is actually together. You can't tell the difference when they're small. But when it gets ripe, you can make a very distinct difference between the fruit and the shell. And that's a time when you open up the shell, and the shell isn't needed anymore to protect the fruit. It's just, the whole point is to help the fruit grow and be protected. So that's the chol, that's the klipot. Where in this physical world we need physical things, right? It's not all just Shabbos, right? You have 6 days that you have to work, you have to do things, you have to take care of the mundane, you have to take care of the physical. And so that's what we learned here. This is in the Zohar. This is the place of life that they receive the life from. And here we are. Hopefully I'll get the plane soon. And I'll see you back in Israel for Shabbos.